Hi, welcome to the Future State method on getting a property. This is class number 3 of the plan course, which is the foundation for the success as a rentalpreneur. In class 1, you defined your market, and in class 2, you started creating your stay story. Now, in this class, we're going to look at what links your business, your market, and your perfect customer, which is your property. More specifically, we will review the ways you can get your hands on a property to start your rental business. And if you already have a property, this class is still worth your while because you may get some ideas of how to expand your business. If you're like most people, you didn't inherit a deed to a mortgage-free property. So here are 4 options to get a property and get your business started. Option number 1, buying a property with a mortgage. Buying a property is how 60% of people start their business. If you have the money to make a down payment and you can get approved for a mortgage, this is definitely the route to go. It gives you 100% control over your business, and it gives you an asset you could borrow against in the future to buy another property, or, sell for a profit. It also gives you the freedom to buy the kind of property that you want and have the kind of relationship you need with it. For example, you could buy a single unit property, live in it, and list a room. The benefits here are that you only have one property to maintain, and you can supplement the cost of owning and living in it. You could buy a multi-unit property, live in one of the units, and list the other units. The benefit here is living close to the rental property to manage any issues. You can buy your first property as a short-term rental and be paying rent or living free somewhere else. The benefit here is paying off that mortgage quickly to build personal wealth faster. You could also buy a second property to use as a vacation home for yourself and rent it when you're not using it. Benefit here is you're offsetting the cost of owning a vacation home with the income you get from renting it. Unless your short-term rental is also your primary residence, you won't be getting a conventional mortgage. Mortgages for second homes or investment properties are often different in the following ways. You'll need to provide a healthy financial situation. This could include higher credit score, a lower debt-to-income ratio, and proof of the income to cover the mortgage. You may have to make a larger down payment. In most cases, the minimum payment required for an investment property is 15 to 25%. Your mortgage rate will probably be higher. You're generally going to pay about 1% more for an investment property. Your term will most likely be shorter, but you can choose between fixed or variable rates to optimize for your monthly payment. Depending on the property you want to finance, you might only be offered a commercial loan instead of a mortgage, which could come with an even higher rate. Option 2, getting into a master lease arrangement. A master lease is when you lease a property from its owner and then you rent it out. In this situation, you'd take on the responsibility of paying the lease, but not the risk of actual ownership. This would be an option for you if you can't or you don't want to get a mortgage, but you want to get the experience and start making rental income. It will also give you the best earning potential of any of the options that don't involve owning a property, but you won't earn home equity, you can't make permanent improvements on the property, and you're still on the hook for the lease, even if you don't get bookings. If this sounds like the way for you, your goal should be to find a good landlord who'd be comfortable with you running a rental business and who'd offer favorable terms. You may even be able to find a landlord willing to offer a discounted lease in return for a share of your profits. Option 3, managing a property for an owner. This option is for you if you like the idea of the short-term rental business and you think you'd be good at it, but you're not interested in committing to a mortgage or a master lease. As a property manager, you'd handle the day-to-day responsibilities, things like marketing, customer communication, check-in, check-out, but you will take no responsibility for the mortgage, the maintenance, or the lease. The biggest downside here is that you'll make less money than you would if you took care of the mortgage or the lease. And you will have to answer to your clients, aka the owners. However, this changes quickly if you can get property management contracts for many properties. Because if you do, you take a percentage of the money the rentals make. When you grow and diversify your client base, it'll give you more opportunities to earn and more efficiencies in your business operations. For these reasons, building your roster of properties you manage should be your goal. Option 4, co-hosting. Co-hosting is for you if you want to dip your toe a little into the short-term rental business and start making some money. In this scenario, you'll be helping manage portions of a property's responsibility, like check-in or marketing, usually for a small fee for each task. The downside of this is being the least lucrative form of rentalpreneurship, and you'll have very limited control over the business. But the upside is the ease of getting started and the hands-on education you'll get. And great things can come from small beginnings. This is a new and fast-growing way to get started as a rentalpreneur. Think of it as a stepping stone to help you learn as much as you can, then decide where you want to take your short-term rental business. So, you have many ways into the business. Pick the one that makes the most sense for you, and remember, you can always course correct. Even if you buy a property, you can always sell it. Regardless of how you get it, you'll want to know about how to operate the business of short-term rentals. And that, my friends, is next.